Hi. This is about to be. Is there lipstick on my teeth? That's that's raggedy. Okay. But anyway, anyway, today's video is going to be potentially very unhinged because there's no script because I was thinking of like writing a script for another video of this type, which is just like not exactly a rant video, but I guess a realizing things type video that um I don't know. It's like these are things I have either talked to friends about recently or realized because it happened, like something came up and it was the conversation recently. Oh my God, why is this like auto focusing? Like, hold on a second. I don't really know like why it's auto focusing. I don't like it and I don't know how to change it right now. So I will just try my best not to move too much. Like, I'll try my best not to like pick up things in this video, or like, yeah, I'll just try to sit here. But before I try not to move too much, like I'm wearing the Hello Little Cat shirt and two of my students liked it today, so yay. It's a good shirt. But it's also very warm, strangely. Like it's not cold at all, and it's December, and like it's really weird. Like technically the first snow did come, but it was like only really early, like before 5 a.m., and then it was gone when I went to work, so I didn't really see any snow yet this year. And yeah, tomorrow is like Desar, and it hasn't even snowed, so global warming. Like, I don't know, like I feel conflicted because I'm like, I like that it's not cold because I don't like the cold, but I'm also like concerned because it's December and it's not cold. Like it rained. Like I walked in the rain today. Like my hair was way cuter than this because I like had to cut the ends yesterday. So I like straightened it, and now it's just whatever this is happening. So, yay. But this video is about realizing things, and I guess these are like I'm gonna say that they're like demographic culture shocks. Not they're not necessarily racial. Like some of them are like, I guess technically like racially like culture shocks, but some of them are just like where people grew up versus where I grew up, or where like people I grew up with grew up, kind of like culture shocks, I guess. So like the first one, the first one I guess I will talk about because I was talking to a friend about this like before I left work, is like eating disorders and like body dysmorphia and like ideal body types. So my friend like grew up in like Iowa, and like basically all her peers were white, and her family um like often shamed her like about her weight, or like, oh, you need to lose weight, blah blah blah, and like these types of things. And so we were like talking about it, and I was like, yeah, it's really funny because, well, what prompted it was she sent me a video that's like kind of viral of like a guy interviewing Korean women on the street and being like, oh, what's your ideal weight? And they like say these really ridiculous, like, I want to be like 55 kilograms type video. And so I was like, yeah, like I don't really get it because like no one, like nobody in like my community would want to look like an ironing board, like as an ideal body type. Like you would not like looking like the example is like there. I feel like I can't say Black Twitter because I don't have a Twitter, but I feel like at least Black Instagram, Black meme culture, there are so many memes about like Taylor Swift looking like a pencil. Like, and that's the joke because like it's not attractive to our community. So like I don't personally understand some of like the goal. Like people are like, oh, that's this person's goals, and I'm like, that is like not the goals in like my community, like you would have gotten roasted. Like people would have laughed at you at school. Like being like I feel like being like a size like 4 and down, like as like an adult woman in like the Black community is kind of like you should have like personality. Like your attractiveness is definitely not your body, I guess. But she was telling me about how like she had a grandma, like she found these measurement books that her grandma had in her house, and they were literally her body measurements that she kept track of over years and years of her life, and that if they had like fluctuated, she would like diet to make them go back to what they were. And I was like, that just sounds horrific. Like I can't personally imagine that. And like I feel like it's weird, but there's things that like I guess are like a part of your culture that you end up picking up that you don't like realize that you pick up. But like people who don't eat that much of their food, like people who leave a lot of food behind, or people that like just don't eat and are like really skinny, like especially if they are really skinny, is like kind of unsettling for me. Like I found myself getting like really angry at people who like throw away a lot of food. I get angry when people like don't eat. I'm like, well, what's like, is the food nasty? Like, why are you eating it? Like I feel like sometimes I can be personally offended if somebody like does not eat, because I feel like something is wrong. Like I don't get it. And like it took me a long time to realize like what eating disorders were and what they were like, and I actually like learned about them from like novels, like books that were popular when I was in middle school. Like I can't really think of them right now, but you know, like those books that were about like a girl who had anorexia or something. Like I had no idea what that was. Like I literally had to learn about what it was, like what eating disorders were. And I do feel like during the like 2000s, the like heroin chic that's like coming back apparently. I didn't get that. I feel like I remember times when my dad would see like people like what is her name? Paris Hilton. He'd see like people like Paris Hilton on TV, and he'd just be like, she's so ugly, like I don't understand like why people like her. Like it's kind of just like a foreign concept of like, why would you want to be like, why would you want to like look like this? Like this like I don't understand, right? And we were talking about it, and it was like just interesting. Like she said some things that her like parents or grandparents or uncles or whoever said to her, like, oh, like if you don't like lose weight, like nobody will want to like talk to you, nobody will want to be with you. And I was like, it's funny because I feel like in the Black community you would like, because she said like, oh, they did that because of like they were concerned about your health, but that's how they would say it. And I was like, I feel like in the Black community, like if you're gonna comment on someone's like diet for their health, is usually like a threat. Like a threat of you dying is like the threat. Like, oh, keep like, you know, keep drinking them Cokes, you're gonna cut off your foot, you know, or like, I don't know, like straight up like you keep doing A, you will die type. Like it's your fault that you're dying. Like, oh, you have diabetes, but you keep like eating McDonald's. Like, okay, do that, but when you die, like, we're not gonna be sad, you know. I don't know, I feel like that's more the sentiment. It's not like directed at someone's appearance, like, and I feel like before, like I feel like compared to other communities, like you have to be like real fat before they start like people like call you fat as an insult. Like the range is different, like the scale is different before you can like get that insult. And like I feel like on the tier of like insults to get to like insult somebody with, like I feel like weight is lower on the list unless you're like really skinny and like people are like calling you Skeletor or something. But like probably if you were really skinny but you were also like really dark skinned, I feel like you would get roasted for being dark before you got roasted for being thin. But also if you were a guy, you might get roasted for being light and being thin. It's weird. It's dumb. Like, honestly, it's all stupid. But like, yeah, we were talking about that. And, yeah, I was like, and I was talking about this with another friend who also lived in like the same type of like community. And I was just like, bro, that's weird. Also, like, I guess there's an economic aspect to it too, because like, I feel like it's less of a deal for like working class people. Like, they're kind of just like, whatever. Like, I feel like most of the people that I grew up with were like kind of into like the juicy girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the aesthetic that was popular. Like like the first and second choice was like the like slim thick girl or the thick girl over like everybody else. So yeah, that was like culture shock, culture realization number one. And then the second one was I was talking to some friends, I guess, and they were talking about like events that happened at their school that would, I guess, classify as, in their opinion, Spirit Week, but in my opinion, that's just straight up hazing. And so I thought, oh, like, did this happen to you in college? Because like, I definitely heard about like college hazing, like fraternity, sorority hazing. No, this stuff happened at their school, and it wasn't like sponsored, but like it was like encouraged by staff to do these like hazing activities, which I find really weird because like, not that the school was encouraging it, but the fact that like some of the hazing was like rubbing like, like food, or like, spraying people with water, drawing on their face, touching their clothes, like things that would have definitely initiated like a fight, like a physical altercation in my school if anybody did it, no matter the circumstance. Like, you could not do that. Like, that event just could not happen in my school. Like, people would, like, someone would probably get stabbed, honestly, especially like the hair thing. Like, if you put water on like a lot of girls' hair, they would literally like punch your face into the ground. Like, I like, that does not, like, yeah, we have senior pranks, but like, we did not have any of this like physical type of like prank or like hazing. Like, that could not work. I don't know if like our area was just like kind of ghetto, but like, you couldn't do that. And I think like, at least, our school was ghetto, but the people that got beat up definitely deserved getting beat up. Like, I don't think there was really, like, people would bully you verbally, but like, I don't remember anyone just like getting beaten up like as bullying. Like, people would roast you, people would say things, but like, nobody would really like beat you up if they were bullying you. And all the people that got beat up did something, like whatever they determined was cheating on someone, or like they did something out of pocket, and that got them into the fight. Like, it wasn't like you had to do something to get in a fight. Like, I didn't get into any fights because I never did anything to anybody to warrant me getting into a fight. Like, I guess if we want to count that fight in first grade, it wasn't really a fight. I kind of punched my bully. Like, that's not really a fight, but like an actual fight, like, people take their phones out and like filming it. Yeah, those fights were always like initiated by something. It wasn't just like a random act of like violence. So, I mean, I was like, I don't understand. That is crazy. She was like, yeah, they do that to like the underclassmen or whatever. And like, I was like, she talked about it so casually. I was like, girl, there's no way. That was crazy to me. Another thing that's related to her, that like, I guess not just her, but like she reminded me of it. Like, what your store looks like on the inside, I guess, and what stores are in your area. So like we all know that like certain stores are only in certain places. Like there's all those memes about like Dollar Generals being in like the middle of nowhere. Like, cause I mean it's true, right? But like if your town doesn't have a Walmart like at all, like your town's nice. Like usually Walmart is not in a great spot, and Walmart, the condition of your Walmart lets you know how ghetto where you live is. Like if your Walmart has like the stuff not locked up, like you can just buy razors or Sudafed or laundry detergent or I think alcohol is locked up everywhere in Illinois, to be honest. But like if you can just buy things and they're not like security tagged, or you have to press a button to like get the person to come give you the baby formula or whatever, like your area is nice. Like people are not stealing in your area. Your area is really nice. Yeah, she said there was no Walmart in her area. And then she was telling me like, oh, there's like a bad area that has a Walmart, but like she lives in like Connecticut or Delaware, one of those little ones over there. And I was like, define bad area, because like she was talking about that area, but she was like, oh yeah, like you could still walk around at night. And I was like, if you can walk around at night, it's not bad. Like I wouldn't go to our Walmart at night like alone, or even with like I wouldn't go to our Walmart at night. I think it's 24 hours. I wouldn't go there at night. No, I wouldn't go there. Yeah, I feel like your area is kind of like shady if there's like a currency exchange and like a beauty supply shop and like stuff like that, which like it's sad because that stuff is like kind of stereotypical and like, but I mean it is what it is. Like that part of town, the food is fire over there though. Like I'll be honest, like the Mexican restaurants over there are the best ones, but that area is not. It's like kind of sus. But yeah, I was like, that's different for me, like, because she said they only had Target. I'm like, we have a Target, but they changed our Target to, I'm surprised we still have a Target, because I heard Target is getting rid of like all the Targets that get shoplifted too much, and our Target is definitely a candidate for that, because our Target used to have 2 entrances, and then they just bricked it up. Like they made it 1 entrance. And then our Target had a security, like a visible, I was about to say quality control, merchandise control, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Like there was like a fake police, a Paul Blart, in Target, which like the other stores in that same strip mall did not have a security, but I guess maybe people just didn't have the audacity to steal from them, or like those places were just okay with like the loss ratio, their little compensation insurance, I guess. I don't know. Kohl's, let me know, because Kohl's didn't have a security, but they would lock one of the doors when it got later in the day. But yeah, that like our Target definitely gets stolen from a lot. And I realized when I went there this time, I went to get like I was like looking at their clothing section, and like stuff that like little tank tops that were like $5 had a security tag on it. And I was like, did our area get worse? Because I feel like before that, the only stuff that has security tags were at least $20. Like, yeah, at least $20. Like it wasn't like a tank top with a security tag on it. And like, I heard that I was watching a makeup YouTuber, and they said that Walmart or Target, I think, no. Sephora is going to not put their perfume samples out or something. They announced they're not, you will have to ask to get the perfume like ask an associate to give you the perfume, I think. But somebody commented, because it was like a live stream, I guess, and the person in the live stream said that Target or Walmart, one of them, you I guess it's kind of like how Olive Young is, where there's like a tester, and then you have to ask an associate to like come give you your product. Like that's what they changed it to. And I was like, I mean, people are stealing now. Like, it's like even in Korea, there's stuff that I saw in like Lotte Mart that had security tags. That the things that had security tags, I know they were being stolen, but like they were things that are stolen by poor people, because like the stockings, like the black tights that I know that people are like probably stealing them because they need them for their like school uniform. Like those had security tags, and it was less than $10. It was like maybe 9,000 won or something like that, but it had security tags because people are stealing them. The garbage bags that you buy, they used to just be like up by the register. Now they're by the register, but they have like a security like thing punched through them, so you have to like get them to like take them off. So people are stealing those. There was something else I saw in there that I was like kind of surprised, because I was like, it's not that expensive, but definitely it's something that people need. Like it was an essential, but people were obviously stealing it because it had like a tag on it. I was like, inflation, it's crazy. But yeah, the like not having like a ghetto Walgreens or CVS, like going into Walgreens and you can just like pick up Enfamil, like bro, your area is nice. Yeah, I think at least our area is not so bad that you don't have to ask them to get like Tide. I think you can just buy the laundry detergent. I have seen some videos of people being like, oh no, they're locking up the the gain in the store now, but I don't think our area is that like, it's not that much of a problem. But yeah, that was shocking to me. So like, yeah, number one was the body dysmorphia thing, or like ideal body type thing. The second one was the hazing in like school, like how people fought or not in your school, like instant like battle if I did any of those like hazing activities that they were describing fondly as like memories that they did. No, could never happen. And then like the store, like what the store is like, and it's just weird. I was not ready. I was just like sitting there in like disbelief hearing this conversation. The other thing is like, this one's not related to like American things. This is like related to Korean things this time. Like not realizing, or I saw a post. Okay, I know what it was. I saw a post on, I think it was Reddit. I kind of stopped using Reddit because people on Reddit were like really making me angry. But I think I saw this post on Reddit, and somebody was like, I'm moving to like this dong, in Seoul. Is it bad? Like, should I move there? Should I be worried about getting robbed or whatever? And I think it's funny because like I lived in like two of the dongs that are like really sus in this town. And I live kind of next to a dong that's a little bit sus. And I think like the way you can tell that your dong is like ghetto is it like, does your town have like a chain cafe within like a block of like where you live? Like, is the first cafe you hit like just some random one, or is it like a chain? Like, is it like, Holly's or something, or Adia, right? And then even within that, is the coffee shop a foreign coffee shop? Like, if you have a Starbucks, your area is bougie. If you don't have a Starbucks, it's not. Like, you just have Mega Coffee, like, your area is like not. Like, if it's a budget coffee cafe, like, probably not. If your neighborhood has like a lot of like laundromats, like coin, well, I guess now use a card, but like, like coin laundry, is kind of ghetto. um, if like you if a lot of the people that live in your neighborhood are like not Korean, it's also usually ghetto, because I feel like my old neighborhood, like everybody was like Russian speakers. So not necessarily Russia, but like Russian speakers or like Uzbek speakers. So like yeah, they like all worked in a factory, which like yeah, like that area was kind of I'm glad I moved from that area. Like I feel like working there is fine, but like when you're going home and it's like really late at night, like there were people that would like stare at you, and it was kind of not the best. Um and then like here, like my neighborhood right now, like my neighborhood and the neighborhood next to it, like a lot of people are like Chinese, and some of the Chinese people are students. So like that's not really ghetto, but like some of them are just like I don't know, they like work here, whatever. Um, and I feel like if your neighborhood has like a whole bunch of those like little, like kind of ghost kitchen, not ghost kitchen, but like takeouts, like you can't eat there. You have to like take it. Or like those really old, like crusty, like suljip, like there's a grandma, and then she like will turn the ondol on when you guys get there because she's saving money and it's cold. That like those kind, and then like those really janky looking, those really, oh my gosh, this whole street over here is just those ghetto norebangs that all say like nore yansupjang. They don't, it doesn't just say norebang, but they're not like norepangs, you know what I mean? But like they're just like old and crusty. Um yeah, and very, very a lot of cats. Like more than average amount of cats. Just cat that no one owns. Um, that's how you know your hood is kind of ghetto, at least in my town. Also, I feel like your dong doesn't have any major apartment, like brand apartments. Like there's no like iPark, Perugio, Lotte Tower. Those aren't the apartments you only have like LH or those like small, like not like high rise apartments in your dong. Like it's probably like not that great of a dong. But I mean, I kind of like I kind of like the ones that are like this one. Like my old one, no, that one honestly I did not like that. Like I saw some weird things living in that neighborhood, but like in this neighborhood, I think it's fine. Like it's not like bad. It's just like not fancy. But I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not gonna slander that my old dog. I love that place. They have some of the most delicious food. That's always like a theme. It's like the crustiest dongs have the best food. Like the crustiest areas have like really good food. But yeah, um, they're tearing down the red light district street that is like over there, which is pretty nice. They put in a new bus stop. I think they're trying to glow up this side of town. So look out. I'm in the trendy area. Um, yeah, she was like asking was if it was safe. I don't feel like there's anywhere like in Korea that I'm like, oh no, it's so like there's unsettling places. Like the area that I got food poisoning, which unrelated, that's unrelated to why I got food poisoning there. That's another story. But like that area is very like red light, like just business hotels and like that type of area. Like that place has norebangs, you know. Um that kind of area I like. I do feel like, oh, that's not really that safe, like on Korea standards. Like I don't like to go, like if it's nighttime I'll like go around, like I won't go through that type of dong. um but yeah, I don't know, that's all. Like I said, I don't have any notes. This was just like conversations that I had with people that I was like, that's kind of like, you literally need to tell me everything about it, because I don't get it. Or like, I've heard of this, but like personally I don't get it. Like you need to like tell me about it. Like I'm here to listen about this because I don't know. Because I don't like, I really like the East Coast seems different. Like Delaware, Vermont, like that area seems like real different. And like my only like perception of that area is like Maine, and that's from like Stephen King novels, and like that's not good. Like those bad stuff happens in those novels. But like, you know what I mean? Like I don't, I just like envision like really like scenic, picturesque like places, and like maybe like the Amish or something. But I have no idea. I don't think I could survive in their school though. Like that, I don't know, like that hazing thing. I would not. I don't think you should get into physical altercations with people at school. But if somebody drew on my face with Sharpie or like smashed a rotten egg on my head, I would like kick their ass. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't think I have any other reflex besides like fighting. Like, there's no flight. It's just all fight. Like, I'm gonna, no, that, no. But yeah. I I I don't like our town. It's kind of ghetto. It's kind of ghetto, and like, you know, my right now my uncle is like at like Stroger Hospital, which is like the new Cook County Hospital, because like Cook County Hospital got shut down, I think, or it like is too old and they closed it, or it's a historic. I don't know, but the new Cook County Hospital is where they put my uncle in the hospital, and like he's in like a group home, so like they probably sent him there because his insurance is like government insurance or whatever. But like they sent him to one hospital that was in like, I don't know, Orland Park. I don't even know, like wherever he lives, right? They sent him to that hospital, and that hospital kicked him out. They were like, we're moving you to like the charity hospital. If you like, if you're like, people have said like if you're in Chicago and like you like feel like you need to go to hospital, and like you can tell the ambulance to not take you to Stroger Hospital, like it's probably better, because like Stroger is like where everybody goes like when they get shot, and like you have to, you know, those like documentaries where they're like charity hospitals where people are waiting for like 3 days to see treatment. That is that hospital. So yeah, hopefully he can get placed in a new group home, because it's one of those situations where like we kind of have a lawsuit. We've had a lawsuit a lot of times, but it's one of those situations where like we have a lawsuit, but the lawsuit would cost too much money, and there's no guarantee that it would, like, the outcome would come. So yeah, hopefully they can just like find a new place for him to go, instead of this house, because the house is bad. But yeah, I'm gonna go because it's been 30 minutes. So I hope you had a snack, and yeah, tell me like something that is in another place, like another country, another anything, that like when you heard about it, you were like, you know what? I actually like don't really get this personally. Like, okay. Like I feel like that's my reaction, right? It's like, okay. Like it's not like, oh, I'm judging these people. It's just like, all right. You know what I mean? Like that's different. That's different. You know, that's how I feel about it. Yeah. That's all for real this time. I need to go cook my groceries before they go bad, and then I am sad about that. So, yep. Bye.